And you all know, right? What is update all? It is used to get whatever changes your Ps are doing from the server. Get the changes from the server. And check-in all is nothing but when we are done with your changes, you are doing check-in all. So all your code will go and get dumped in the server. Similarly, checkout is nothing but to say that you are working on a particular folder. Checkout tree is for including the subfolders also. Right? So these are some of the basic questions which all of you can answer. So please practice a lot. Okay. Now let's move on. So where are we last week? Last week we saw, I think last time we saw how to identify generic controls and all, right? And we discussed about constraint index last week. So today, let us see what are the other properties that we can use in order to steer these things. So any questions, any doubts about this product grid? No? Okay, perfect. So now today we are going to discuss about another property, that is explicit name. What is explicit name? Why is it mostly useful is see, explicit name and constraint index are exactly the same. Okay, the only thing is the way we use them is different. I will show you. Now, what do you mean by constraint index here? Go to this particular element and you are giving this constraint index at the attribute level properties in the module section, right? For time being, I'm deleting that constraint index. Do I have anything here? No, right? And anything here? Yes, I'm deleting that also. Anything for this? No. Anything for this? No. Anything for this? Will not have it. Cool. Okay. Now, the other property that we are going to discuss is very important. This property is asked in so many interviews. That is explicit name. What is explicit name property? So that is a configuration parameter. Okay. And just give explicit name. Okay, and this explicit name can have various values. Before we talk about explicit name and all, okay, let us see. This is our dummy test case, right? Yeah. So here, if you observe, can we edit the name parameter here anytime? Did you try doing this? I'm typing on my keyboard, but I cannot type anything. See, what is this? We cannot edit the name, right? But if you want to type, you can type in the value. But coming to name, no, I cannot make any changes. Am I correct? So, for this reason, now if you give this explicit name as true, for suppose, okay, then which parameter did we give it? Add to cart, right? So, if you see, we can edit the name parameter here. Why do we want to edit the name and all is nothing. When we give explicit name as true, last time we gave our index position in the constraint index, right? Here we will be giving it this level. Okay. So this is the only difference. Constraint index, you are giving the value here in the module level properties. But coming to explicit name, you are going to give the position here. Let us see if it works. Okay, I said #3 and click. Let's go to some products. Okay, this add to cart is there, right? So let's click on that. So now click on F6 button. Sorry. See, it did the same. the way where you are giving, either you can give your index position at constraint index or through explicit name. And one more thing that happens with explicit name is, here in this explicit name you can give a value range. Okay, that means for suppose true, semicolon Ramya, semicolon Oreo. Okay, I have some values here. So what happens is all these values will come up here in the form of the drop down. Like if you want to create something like this, yes, you can do that. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
Arun.
Okay. So these are the two main things. You can choose any of the one, either explicit name or constraint index, and you can steer them. Now let's see how to find the ID, because every time here we are giving the ID and it is working fine, right? But what happens in real time and all? You may not know the exact ID. All you know is the product name. That's all. Am I correct? You will not know which position the product is sitting under and all. All you know is just the product name. So let us create a reusable block where you will have only one business parameter, that is product name. So only product name will be passed to this reusable block, and automatically it will fetch you the ID. Okay. So I will write it as find the ID of the product. Right click, create the business parameter container and create a business parameter. Product name. Okay. And now we have to find the ID of the product. So how can we do that? Any idea? Anybody here? I'll give you a suggestion, like we can use while or do while loops. No? Okay,
Using
cool.
do while.
Yeah, do while loop. So can you tell me how do you want to implement? Like normal. We are not writing anything here. You can use anything. You can use either do while or you can use while also. Okay, cool. This is the logic which I thought of. But if you have some logic which is more efficient than this, then please choose yours. Okay. This one has struck my mind and I wrote this. Again, the same logic can be implemented in various ways, right? So depending on your thought process, you can process your own also. Okay. You need not follow mine. This is just optional thing I am saying. So what I am doing basically is I am taking a buffer called counter. Okay. And I will assign some zero value to it. Okay. And then in the do while loop, which comes first, loop or condition? We will have two parts, right, in do while and while. One is loop and the second one is condition. In the do while, should we check the condition and enter the loop, or will you enter the loop and then check the condition? See, please practice. Okay. First, we will get inside the loop and then we will check for the condition in the do while. Whereas in the while, you will check for the condition first and then you will enter into the loop. Okay. So in the loop, what I do is I am increasing the counter buffer value with 1 every time. Okay. So automatically, and in the condition, I am saying go to the product which is present in the counter buffers position. Okay. And check for the product name. Where can we find the product name here? Let's look at the properties. If you take the product image, in the title part, you can find the product name after show details for. Or else, if you feel this is difficult, In the H2, do you have product name? No. In the price? No. In the product link? Yes. In the particular product link, you can see the product name from the inner text. So let's use this. The product link from the property called inner text, you can grab the product name. Okay, and I will write my condition such that whatever the value that is present in the inner text of the product link should not be equal to my product name. So what happens? First time it will come. So the counter value will become 1 here. And then it will go to hash 1. Hash 1 is nothing but polka dot top. For suppose think our product name is genuine leather handbag. Okay. So it will go to polka dot top. It will, is that equal? No, not equal. Condition is satisfied. So again it will get inside the loop. So plus 1. So it will become 2 now. And now it will go to hash 2 product. Okay. Hash 2 product. And then it will go, you will go to the blue and green sneaker. Does it satisfy your product name? No, right? So our condition is you should not satisfy. So condition is met. So it will go inside the loop once again. So similarly 3, 4, 5, 6 and finally it will come to this particular product, that is genuine leather handbag. Okay. So now is the condition met when the genuine leather handbag came up? Condition is not met, right? We are saying not equal to. So condition is not met because it is equal to. So it will come out of the loop and the ID of the product will remain in the counter buffer. Did you understand? Yes, no?
Ramya,
Yes.
ID is nothing but the constant index of the value of 1, 2, 3, right? Then why again doing all this?
Okay, for suppose you are saying ID is constant index and all. Okay, for suppose I am saying like let's take, we have 12 products, cool. And now I am saying click on the ID of blue and green sneaker. So what will you write in the constraint index?
ID constant index of 2.
2. You wrote that. That's good. Now if I run the same thing, where it will go? Women's running shoe,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Then how can you hard code the ID?
Yes.
So we have to fetch the ID every time. Am I correct? We don't know which position our particular product is. Don't think at these 12 products. Think of hundreds of products. Okay? So now let's implement this here. So go to this reusable block. First, all I need is some counter buffer. So I'm doing a control T here and add the test step. And here I will type it as buffer, T box set buffer. Okay, and here I'm assigning 0 and the buffer name is counter. Okay, and my next step is to create a do while loop. So right click and this is the icon for do while loop, right? So click on this and as expected do while loop is having loop followed by condition. In the loop part I need to increase my particular buffer value with 1 every time. So I'm copying this step, pasting it here And here what I say is whatever the value that you have in the counter buffer, okay, I need to add 1 to this value. So if I want to do some addition and all, I have two things available in Tosca. One is math. See, math is nothing but it performs calculations and all. Okay. And the second one is calc. Even, yeah. Calc is also used to support calculations only. But what is the difference between math and calc is for calc, it is mainly used for Excel related of operations. Like whatever that you can do through Excel, either it could be addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, finding minimum value, finding an average, or finding some mean or median position. Okay, or else you are trying to trim something, okay, removing spaces and all these can be done through calc if you know the proper Excel operations. And the other one is math is meant for only mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction and all. So you can choose any. Right now I'm just doing an addition, right? So I can take anything, both of them work, but I'm choosing math. It depends on you, you can take anything. Okay, so math square braces of what is the first value for us? The buffer of the counter plus 1. And now close both of them. So this is the syntax I wrote. Okay, and now let's go to the condition. Drag this particular module and drop it onto the condition block. And here what we are saying, go to the product. So hash, for that I will first set the explicit name to true. Here I'm removing all this and then I'm copying this and pasting it at the H2 level. So here what I say is hash whatever the value in the counter. Okay, what it should do? It should check whether it is meeting our condition. So verify whether the inner text of this is not equal to product name, right? Whatever we are passing as the parameter. So let's check this condition once again. See, inner text, because the inner text of this is the product name, not equal to our product name. Okay, and this is what we are doing. And finally, the value which is in the counter buffer is our product ID. Let's see if it works. Or else, let's say after doing this, click on add to cart of the product. That would help us to identify. So drag this module once again and drop it here. So once done, hash buffer of counter and click on this add to cart. Okay, now let's see if it works. So drag this and drop it onto your test case. And here you have to pass some product name. See for some product. Shall I take blue jeans? I'm able to add to cart, right? So let us take this blue jeans. Okay, let's run this and see. Not sure how it works. Oops. Can anybody tell me why this has clicked on blue and green sneaker? I'm just keeping everything in the same way as we have earlier. I asked it to click on blue jeans, but it clicked on blue and green sneaker. Because an add to cart is missing here, right? So that's why it went to the next add to cart.
I think that should not be the case because we have given the proper blue jeans name, right?
Yeah, but one add to cart is missing in between, right? Okay, let us say instead of clicking on add to cart, let us say click on the product, this one only. So then it will work. Hash buffer of counter. Click on the product link. Shall I say product link? That's fine. Let's see. And shall I? Yes. And now let's run this and see. See? Let's see how it worked. So expand this, and now I'm expanding all. Yeah. If you see initially it has set the counter buffer to value 0. And the next time during the next repetition, it went and it set the counter buffer to the value 1 in the loop. Okay. And then it verified for the product name. So what is the product name? Some wool hat, which is not equal to blue jeans. So the condition is met. So it entered the loop once again. So it has become 2 now. And what is the second product? Blue jeans is the actual one that I want. But it has woman's running shoe there. So actual is not meeting the expected, which is the verification successful. So it goes on. Okay. Like it went to almost all the products. And finally, it came to the 10th product. And when it saw the 10th product, see, the expected it actually is meeting the actual value. Blue jeans is the product that it should not meet, but it is meeting it. So the verification has failed and it came out of the loop. And counter value has been set to 10. That means if you look at the section here, what is the number for your blue jeans? Hold on, I will just. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so the exact number. Last time when we are saying add to cart, right, we are saying go to the 10th add to cart. If you see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is the reason here one add to cart is missing, right? So the 10th add to cart is blue and green sneaker. So that is the reason it clicked on this. Now did you understand?
Yeah.
Everybody? Any questions? Any doubts?
Ramya,
Yes.
uh, can you go back to that test case page?
Yes.
Uh, in module section, in
Okay.
explicit name, yeah, here you have given true, right? Initially, you have given true, Ramya, Oreo, and some other names, right?
Yes.
But in the test case drop down, you have true is also coming. Why it is coming?
Because it treated it as a value. One second.
Yeah,
If you give only true, right? Then the true will not come. But if you are giving some value range here, that is what I'm saying. If you give some value range, anything, okay, where did I give it? In the H2, right? So then it will come up as a value here. See?
But
But
here,
even though these values come, you can type your own value also.
okay.
Any other questions? Any doubts? So did all of you understand this? I hope yes. Okay, cool. So now let's take up a test case and start building all reusable blocks for it. Okay. The test case that I'm going to take up now is, first I need to log in and then go to the product section, whatever I want. Okay. And then open the product description, click on that product link, and then change the quantity of the product that I want and add them to the cart, and then get inside the shopping cart and click on checkout. Okay, so this is the test case I want to work. Let's see if we have reusable blocks. We have reusable block for login already, so we need not work on this. What is the next step? Go to the products. Do we have that? No, right? So let us create one for that. Right click, create reusable blocks. Go to the products section. Okay, and all you need to do is drag this top navigation menu and drop it. Okay, and they will choose which one they have to click on. So select all of these, right click, set action mode to input, and now create a business parameter container here. Select all of these and drag them and drop it. So now all business parameters have been created and the links are mapped here. Okay, now this is the go to product section. We can click on whatever product section that we want depending on our use. So I'm just looking at the properties here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now this is done. What is the next one? We have to click on the product link. Okay, here we are passing the product name, and anyways we are clicking on the product link only, right? So and open the details, or else open the product details page. Okay, so this is also done. The next step is, after getting into the product details page, we should change the quantity of the product and then add them to the cart. So let's scan that. Let's get into one of the product and see, we have a quantity option here and we have an add to cart. Why I chose only these two means, we have so many products here and so many products have different controls. Okay, if you see this blue and green sneaker, see you have size, color, quantity and add to cart. If you see the other one which we have seen now, blue jeans, you have only these two. So in order to maintain the balance between all of them, I chose only these two controls, nothing else. Okay, so now let's scan them. Go here, shift right click, scan HTML. Choose the web page. Say like select on screen, quantity, add to cart. These are the things that we need. Let's take the price also if possible. Email a friend, add to compare list. I'm just taking them. Okay. And now come back here, maximize this. This is the price, right? And if you look at this, the price is something which changes for every product. So I'm removing everything and I'm keeping a star mark here. And if you look at the class name, see it has price value hyphen 36. So I'm removing this 36 and keeping a star because number is the one that keeps on changing, right? So I'm removing that number. And the tag is span. That's okay. And now I will rename here also like price. And the next one is quantity. It has got an ID. The same. See, add to cart 36 entered quantity. What I do is I'll remove this. I'll keep it as a star here. Entered quantity. So that particular number is gone. Tag is input. And if we want, we can take the class name also, that is quantity input. The next is add to cart. Even it has an ID of 36. I'm removing this and keeping a star mark. The next is email a friend. Input and the value is email a friend. No numbers, that's good. The next is add to compare list the same way, no numbers and all. That's good. So now we are done. Just say finish screen and close this. And now this should work for all of my products, right? So it is still loading. Okay, it is done. So that is the reason why I am changing the title as Demo Web Shop Star here, the same way. So it should work for all products. And I am renaming this module as Product Details. And this one as Product Grid. Okay. And now let's create a reusable work. Yeah, we already have it. No, this is for opening the product details page. The next one is actual product details. So drag this and drop it on here. Okay. And now create a business parameter container and then say like buffer the price of this. Buffer it into a price. And where is this particular price sitting under? It sits under the inner text property, right? So choose it here. Click on the big drop down, choose inner text. So whatever inner text, please buffer it into price buffer. Okay. The next thing is you have to change the quantity and then click on add to cart button. So now select like all of these four and then right click set action mode. You can click on any of these three buttons, right? There is nothing like you have to click only on this. So that's why I'm parameterizing them. Okay. So shift, select all of them, drag them and drop them here. Okay. So these are the things that you can pass. So you can we'll just say enter required details, something like this. Okay. And now if I want to pass my quantity as something, I'll pass it here. So it will update over there and then it will click on add to cart. Then that's okay. So what is the next thing that you have to do? The next thing that you have to do is, yeah, we did this. We changed the quantity, we added them to cart. The next thing that we have to do is about shopping cart. Okay. So first let's test this if it is working. So I'm dragging it and dropping it here. And this time I will say the quantity as 5 and then I will say add to cart as click. Okay, I'll pass only these two values and I will run this reference. Let's see. See, it did. Okay, let's try with other products. Casual gold. See, it did that. Okay, now let's try with some other products from different sections. Let's see if it is actually buffering the price also correctly. Yeah, it is. It has taken 10 in it. Any questions? Any doubts still here? Hello? Hmm? No? Perfect. So I will stop it here because shopping cart, this is all about table. So I want to discuss about tables tomorrow. And tomorrow once tables are done, then we will go to the shopping cart. Okay? Thank you everyone. Thanks for joining. Bye bye. And Tarun, you have some questions for me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, please be on this.
Yeah, that how to select the DOM structure, that thing I was missing out.